SQL Commands. There are four types of SQL commands. First of them being the DDL. DDL stands for Data Definition Language, and it's used to define the objects in the database. The commands that are contained by the DDL language are create, alter, and drop. Create creates a new object in the database. The objects can be tables, constraints, indexes, views, triggers, whatever. The alter command changes the properties of an existing object. By changing the properties, I mean in a table it can change the columns it contains, the data types of the columns, and so on. And the drop command removes an object from the database. If you don't want to have a constraint or a table or an index anymore, we can drop it using the drop command. The second type of SQL commands is the DML. It stands for Data Manipulation Language, and it means that we can manipulate the data within a table using these commands. These commands are select, delete, insert, and update. The select retrieves data from tables and views. We can see the data that is stored in any table or view if we use the command select. The second command, delete, removes data from tables. It's very important that we can't delete data from views, but we're going to talk about this in one of the next sections. The insert command adds data to a table. If you want to add some data into a table, we can use the insert command. And update updates the data from tables. If you want to change some of the attributes of a record, we can use the update command and update it based on some filters. Next, we have the TPL commands. This is the transaction processing language. It is used to process the data. There are two TPL commands, commit and rollback. And commit completes a transaction. What do I mean by completes a transaction? For example, after creating a table, if we use commit, it will make the table permanent, while the rollback command will cancel a transaction. So a better example would be if I drop a table, then that means the table is deleted. The rollback command will cancel this transaction. That means the table will be available again. But if after the drop we use the commit command, the transaction is complete and we can't roll back anymore, and we can't retrieve the table from the bin. The last group of commands is the DCL, which is the data control language. It contains two commands, grant and revoke. Grant, which gives rights to users. A user can have rights to create, alter, drop objects, can have rights to select data, delete data, even insert or update. While the revoke command will cancel the rights. If a user has the right to select data from a specific table, then if the administrator of the database revokes that right, the user won't be able to see the data anymore. This is all about the commands. In the next section, I'll show you how to install SQL Developer and then create and populate an actual database.